Sorry, the whole nation is against the coach.
Yes, it's so Ray.
Oh yes, the whole nation is against that guy right now because they were showing pictures of the coach celebrating Messi's score.
Oh yes, many people say that, but yes, it's his nation, ¿no? Así que
Yeah,
creo que fue
but
inevitable que
Argentinians are very
celebrara.
bad.
Poco profesional, pero
Well, that's the way they are, man.
no, pero fija, es su último año como DT.
Uh, he's fired already. I heard an article that he got fired already. I don't know how they're gonna do it for the next matches, but well, the next one. But to my understanding, he already got fired.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Yes, that's correct.
pero es bueno, o sea, es bueno ver otro DT. Porque México no es un mal equipo, así que te dice, te lo dice alguien que no llegó a un mundial hace pucha. Bolivia creo que no llegó desde el 86.
Oh, well, Mexico has pretty good players. The
Oh,
problem
sí.
is, and this is something that I have seen. For example, I live in different places in Mexico, man. Different, different places in the nation, even in the US. And I have seen some really nice, good players. And sometimes, even to play in the local clubs, they need to pay. You know what I mean? Like it's a club or something. And you want to join, you have to give them a certain percentage of your salary. It's all corruption, man. So, you know what I mean? And that's why we're not being competitive, and that's how the federation is being accused of. You need to stop doing what you're doing because it's not working. But what can I say? Well, if we can discuss other things that other nations have done. For example, I'm really impressed at the level of professionalism the French team has. They're pretty strong, man. Have you seen them play?
Sí, sí. No, no soy tan fanático, pero de ese equipo.
Pero ahorita, ¿cómo están jugando?
Oh, claro, claro. O sea, después todo su equipo está formado de estrellas. Ninguno creo que juega mal, la verdad. Desde el arquero, Lloris es muy buen arquero. Mbappé, muy buen
¿Pero qué crees que
delantero.
todos ellos no son de Francia? Ni
No, muchos
Benzema.
son nacionalizados, ¿no?
Sí, casi la mayoría. Fíjate lo que tuvo que hacer Francia, pero hizo un super equipo,
Sí, sí, realmente.
right?
Bueno, no quisiera que vuelva a ganar la Copa del Mundo,
Yo
pero
sí. Yo la verdad
sí,
sí. Yo sí.
Fran-
Porque quiero que ya alcancen a los italianos, porque eso se me cae mal.
o yo por fanatismo a Messi, preferiría que Messi levante la Copa del Mundo.
No, yo la verdad no.
No, hay mucho, soy enemigo de la carrera que hizo Maradona, entonces
Mm,
yo considero que la única manera en que el argentino, bueno, acá por Sudamérica, o bueno, capaz hasta en México, todos sabemos que el argentino se cree la quinta maravilla, ¿no?
son los europeos.
Exacto, se
A
cree más
ver,
europeo, más
es que,
sudamericano.
¿cómo te diré? Yo leo bastante y he leído mucha historia y entiendo. Tal vez su forma de expresar es, bueno, es que en Argentina no había nativos. Está bien, hablamos de eso, pero vamos por partes, vamos por partes. Y ese es un argumento que siempre he tenido con ellos. Pero en algún momento, en un trabajo que tenía en Coca-Cola, conocí a varios italianos que andaban trabajando con nosotros, porque instalaron unos equipos. Y ellos venían, pero de Italia, pero del norte. Y en algún momento les pregunté, oye, en algún momento visitado este, Sicilia, Sardinia, ciertos lugares, así? Le di varios y me dijo, no, 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 esos son los italianos africanos. ¿Cómo a qué te refieres? Sí, mira los argentinos, ¿a poco tienen los ojos azules como yo? Entonces, como dice el mexicano chilango, hasta entre los perros hay razas.
Sí, sí, eso es cierto.
¿Sí me explico? Porque Maradona no estaba muy blanco, que digamos, y si se creía
No,
europeo.
no, nada que ver.
No, ¿verdad?
No, no,
Bueno,
pero como digo, la única manera en que yo considero, porque tuve la oportunidad de hablar con unos cuantos argentinos y no lo bajan a Maradona del dios, ¿no? O sea, la
no.
mejor representación del fútbol y ante mi criterio, capaz porque es de mi generación, considero que Messi es mucho mejor jugador que Maradona. Y la única manera que creo que el argentino lo vea es que traiga a Argentina a la Copa del Mundo.
Tal vez por eso.
Sí.
Pero fíjate, hasta eso, en algo sí estoy de acuerdo, de que los argentinos no se merecen tener a Messi. ¿Estás de acuerdo?
Sí, sí, muy
Porque en
cierto.
Newell's le dieron oportunidad, pero vieron que estaba muy pequeño y ya no lo quisieron. Esa era la realidad, ya no iba a salir de ahí. Por más argentino que haya querido, ¿por qué tomó esa opción de irse a Barcelona? Porque Barcelona le iba a pagar todos sus tratamientos para que pudiera crecer el niño, tanto de estatura y también profesionalmente. ¿Sí me explico? Los argentinos en realidad nunca le ayudaron, incluso ni siquiera los directores técnicos sabían que existía Messi. Si no es de que finalmente le hablan, él se hubiera nacionalizado español y hubiera jugado con España.
Capaz hubiera levantado ya la Copa del Mundo.
Exacto. Creo que no fue su mejor decisión.
No, representar a Argentina no funcionó
No.
para él.
Y después de Messi, ¿quién sigue? ¿De Paul? No creo, ¿eh?
Lautaro Martínez es buen delantero.
Ah, se me imagina a un Higuaín, cazagoles,
Sí.
a ver qué balón cae y pégale. Y eso lo sabíamos los mexicanos. Argentina, la vez que le ha ganado a México, ha sido de un balón perdido.
Bueno,
Sacaron
pero
a Guardado y el otro se quedó dormido y dejó a Messi solo. No lo deje solo.
no, a Messi no hay que dejarlo nunca solo.
No, túmbalo. Esa es la realidad de cómo hacía Sergio Ramos. Se le iba, lo tumbaba. ¿Para qué? Para que no juegue con el balón y lo haga que lo aviente. Para que lo fuerce que lo aviente. Pero bueno, ¿qué te digo? Y otra cosa, hablemos de por qué hay españoles y hay italianos en Italia. Eh, en Argentina era como Australia. ¿Sí sabes por qué se forjó Australia?
No, no.
Australia era una prisión británica, donde la gente que no querían en la Gran Bretaña las aventaban allá. ¿Qué
Por
crees
su
que hicieron
tradición.
los españoles y los italianos? Usaron Argentina para mandar la escoria. Pues que no nos sorprenda que sean tan tramposos.
No, creo que no.
Es que yo leo mi historia, ¿eh? Es la verdad. Se molestan cuando les digo eso. Se molestan. ¿Cómo has visto la película de Scarface?
No, no he visto la
¿No lo has
descarga.
visto? Bueno, todo trata de exactamente lo mismo que hizo Cuba. Supuestamente querían hacer la liberación de, de la, de la sociedad oprimida por el gobierno de Fidel Castro y es que hay mucha gente oprimida, esto, lo otro, y fue y vino. Hay que dejarlos que vean a sus familias. Muchos de ellos viven en Estados Unidos, en otras partes de Latinoamérica. Está bien, se los voy a mandar a las familias. No mandó a las familias, mandó a todos los reos y presos que tenía. Toda la gente que estaba involucrada en la milicia, contrabando. ¿Sí me explico? Ah, sí, ¿quieres que te dé gente? Pues ahí está. Soluciona el problema. Interesante, ¿no?
Realmente.
Unfortunately, that's how sometimes it is. Ujú. Por ejemplo, en Estados Unidos, los peregrinos, en realidad, llegaron a Massachusetts porque eran fanáticos religiosos y nadie los quería ya en Inglaterra. En algún momento los mandaron a Holanda, pero hubo un choque cultural y los holandeses los regresaron. No, vete, llévate a tu gente. Y dijeron al final, a alguien se le ocurrió. ¿Por qué no los mandamos a las colonias a los lugares que tenemos en las Américas y los ponemos a trabajar? Y allá que estén ellos aislados, que hagan lo que quieran, pero los controlamos nosotros y que echan bien.
Poco de historia que no sabía, la verdad.
El único presidente católico que ha tenido Estados Unidos lo mataron, porque por eso se fundó Estados Unidos, porque no querían nada que ver con la religión católica.
Mm.
¿Y sabes quién a quién mataron, verdad?
Pucha, no, Kennedy,
A
Lincoln.
Kennedy. A
Ah,
Kennedy. Así es. Lincoln,
porque también lo
Lincoln
mataron. Y
a él lo
tenía,
mataron, venía de ascendencia irlandesa, pero él ya no practicaba catolicismo de su familia. Por temas políticos y todo eso ya alternaba, ¿no? Ya tenía otras creencias.
no, no sabía eso.
Pero a él lo mataron porque él hizo una cosa muy diferente. Es, es ¿cómo te diré? Advocar para liberar o eliminar la esclavitud, porque eso significaba que ya no había trabajo gratis. Por
Exacto,
eso lo
sí.
mataron, ¿sí? Y lo culparon por todas las pérdidas que hubo en el sur durante la guerra civil. Tal vez, tienen razón. Ujú. Y fíjate,
Pero,
en algún momento cuando Obama corrió para presidente y estaba también corriendo para presidenta Hillary Clinton, y yo recuerdo hace años, cuando estaba en la prepa, una maestra nos decía que primero va a haber una mujer presidente y tal vez en algún momento un presidente negro. Entonces la pregunta era, ¿Estados Unidos es racista o es más machista? Y adivina qué pasó. Es
es
más
machista.
machista que racista. Los resultados lo muestran, ¿no?
Sí, ganó incluso el Trump, ¿no? Justamente cuando se presentó la...
No la quisieron elegir a Hillary. Y así
Y
puede ser
parecía una
otra
mujer
persona.
muy preparada.
Pues yo lo veo muy complicado que vaya a haber una mujer presidente en Estados Unidos pronto.
Sí,
Tal vez
falta.
ocurra y va a trascender, pero eso fue lo que ocurrió cuando finalmente eligieron a Obama. Se contestó esa pregunta, ¿no? Pues Estados Unidos son más machistas que, que
Es así.
racistas. Ajá. Es interesante. Por ejemplo, mm, ¿por qué crees que en Estados Unidos tienen problemas con las armas? De que No, o sea, es muy común que la gente tenga armas. Incluso, no te vas muy lejos. Cuando estuve en Canadá, eh, fui a una tienda de cacería. Bueno, más que nada como outdoors sports, fishing, hunting, ah, anything. Cualquier cosa que tenga que ver con cacería o caza de algún juego. Bueno, vi personas que compraban rifles, escopetas, pistolas, arcos, flechas, explosivos para regalarlos, Sergio, para Navidad, con
No,
moños y todo
debajo
para
del
regalar.
árbol.
Eh, para que veas cómo es la cultura. Eso fue en Canadá. Ahora, obviamente en Estados Unidos también, o sea, obvio. Pero ¿por qué tanta libertad en el hecho de usar armas? Porque la nación así se fundó. Porque primero era el miedo a los nativos y después fue el miedo a la introducción a los verdaderos africanos cuando llegaron a las Américas. No eran así, bonitos como Kobe Bryant y todo eso, no. No, eran personas grandes, gigantescas, con mucha fuerza, trabajar, o sea, que escogían para chambear gratis, ser esclavos, y les tenían miedo. Y te imaginas en 1600, en 1500, veías algo negro, ¿con qué lo relacionabas? Con un demonio, ¿no? Con la muerte. ¿Y cómo te vas a defender? Pues con un arma. ¿Sí me explico? O sea, todo tiene una razón y así se fue manteniendo. Es tu derecho de portar armas, de hecho está en la Constitución. Es raro.
Un poco, la verdad.
Es raro, es raro. A mí no me gustan las armas en particular, pero that's the way it is. We're not gonna change anything. We can only discuss it, but that's just how it is. Mhm. Anyways, grammar. So yes, we have a lot of things to discuss for grammar, and let's talk about adjective clauses. Recuerda, las cláusulas adjetivas, they describen lo que la segunda parte de una oración. Vamos a hablar acerca de ellos. Ya hemos hablado sobre esto, pero vamos a repasar, ¿vale?
Sure.
Number one.
Adjective clauses, also called relative clauses, often begin with a relative pronoun. The relative pronoun can be the subject or object of the adjective clause. Is Talia Santos the reporter who broke the story? In this example, the relative pronoun who is the subject of the adjective clause.
Yes, she's the one that I worked with.
In this example, the relative pronoun that is the object of the adjective clause.
Okay. Any
Sure.
questions?
No, no question.
Number two.
We can use the relative pronouns who or that for a person.
Talia's the person who did the most to help me.
Or
Talia's the person that did the most to help me.
we sometimes use whom for a person when the relative pronoun is the object of the clause. Whom is very formal.
This year, the Most Valuable Player Award goes to an athlete whom we all admire.
Okay.
Perfect.
We can use the relative pronouns that or which for a thing. I turned down the job offer that I got at Newsbeat. Or I turned down the job offer which I got at Newsbeat. That is more common than which in informal conversation.
Okay, and we know that. Four.
We use where in adjective clauses that describe a place.
Is there some place where we can go for a few minutes?
The adjective clause where we can go for a few minutes describes some place.
Okay,
Perfect.
five.
We use when or that in adjective clauses that describe a time. Seems like it was just yesterday when you asked me to turn up the volume. Or, it seems like it was just yesterday that you asked me to turn up the volume. The adjective clause when you asked me to turn up the volume, or that you asked me to turn up the volume, describes yesterday.
Mhm.
Perfect.
Okay, so you use when with time.
In adjective clauses, we often leave out the object relative pronoun. We also leave out when or that in adjective clauses that describe a time. This is very common in informal conversation and writing.
There's something I need to discuss with you.
It's hard to find a time we can talk.
We can't leave out where. That's the juice bar where Nick Crawford liked to go.
Okay,
Perfect.
all right. And this is just a review. We have seen this. Let's do some work. Let's review. It's actually very, very easy. You shouldn't have any problems. Okay, complete each dialogue, choose the correct answer. Let's try this.
Perfect. Why didn't you want to have lunch in the cafeteria? I want to go to a place we can talk in private. Where we can talk in private.
Where?
What's wrong? Nothing wrong, but I need advice from someone who knows me really. Maybe who, but the last one is not incorrect. That's me. Whom is correct too or not?
It's just formal, right?
No, but I need advice from someone. Only maybe who. That's me, I know. You've been
Okay.
friends since the day I start a newsline. And that's me. I know we have friends since the day. We're not. No relative pronoun.
Pronoun, okay. 4.
Now I'm really curious. Is that about you and Nick? And the way another news show has made me an offer I'd kind of refuse. That who or that is for person. That yes. But if you took the job, will you have to move? Yes, to Chicago, a place I wouldn't be able to sneak.
Okay.
Where? But this is a time I need to think about my career. When? Have you spoken to Tony? No, not looking forward to it. Tony's the one. Which?
We're talking about a person.
Tony's the one.
Es como decir, Tony es quien.
Who
He's the one.
gave my big break? Me dará mi descanso. You deserve it after the great job you did on Nick's story. You deserve... No relative pronoun.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's see what happens.
Oh, perfect.
But recently, take a picture because I want to show you some out more. Let's see. Ugh. There.
Perfect.
Okay. Let me show you something. Now, just to confirm that we have other options, not in all of them, but yes. Well, knows me really well. Maybe you can use whom. There's no problem because you're talking about someone that you don't know.
Cesar, I can hear you.
Right? Oh, you can you hear me now? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. In number 2, you can also use whom because
Yes.
you're talking about a person that you don't know. So you need to be formal, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's try another grammar section, okay? Auxiliary verbs for emphasis. Now, I want to discuss this. En muchas ocasiones hablamos de auxiliaries y dijimos, bueno, en el caso de report speech, vamos a quitar el auxiliar para hacer un report speech, hablar acerca de lo que dijo la persona. O vamos a usar auxiliaries cuando, en el caso de do, cuando sea una pregunta, nunca como statement. En este caso vamos a hablar que sí podemos hacerlo, agregar el auxiliary con el verbo do para que sea énfasis. Auxiliaries siempre los hemos tenido, pero en otra forma, no en la forma de do, does, o en el pasado didn't. Pero vamos a hablar acerca de eso. Are you ready?
Perfect.
We often use auxiliary verbs for emphasis, to give something special importance. Auxiliary verbs include the verbs do, be, and have, and modals like can, could, should, and will. A lot of people didn't believe Nick, but he was telling the truth.
Okay.
Perfect.
And we have modals. Was is an auxiliary. It adds emphasis, pero nunca lo aprendimos como auxiliary, lo aprendimos como el pasado continuo. No lo hablamos como auxiliary y a la misma vez como pasado continuo porque iba a crear confusión, right? Mejor un topic at a time. Let's talk about the past continuous, or let's talk about modals, and then we talk about using modals as auxiliary verbs for emphasis. Number 2.
If the sentence already has an auxiliary verb, we emphasize it by putting more stress on it when we speak. When we put stress on a word, we make it longer and stronger.
Hey, Nick, you should see this commercial.
I have seen it.
Did you know that Talia was offered a job in Chicago?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay. Any questions? Y estos son auxiliaries. I have seen it. Pero nunca lo identificamos como auxiliary, lo identificamos como el present perfect.
Yes.
O pasado simple, ¿verdad? Pero ya estaban ahí. Pero esos no son los que nos importan en estos momentos. Son los que siguen. 3.
If the sentence does not have an auxiliary verb, we use the auxiliary do, does, or did for emphasis. Notice that the base form of the verb always follows do, does, or did.
Too bad you don't like soccer.
I do like soccer.
It seems like just yesterday.
It does seem like yesterday.
Okay.
I guess things worked out for Jackie.
And for you too. You did score the winning goal.
Okay.
Okay.
And 4.
If the main verb in the sentence is be, we can emphasize it in the same way.
Nick was innocent.
Okay.
Okay.
And in this way, if you use the verb be as an auxiliary, well, it's in the past. But you are doing more emphasis. And you need it to make sense. It's very different when you use do. 5.
We emphasize things for many different reasons. One reason is to agree with something someone has said.
It seems like it was just yesterday when you asked me to turn up the volume.
Yeah, in a way it does seem like just yesterday.
We also use emphasis when we disagree with something.
It's too bad that Talia is moving to Chicago.
She isn't moving to Chicago. She's staying at Newsline.
Okay. Any questions?
No question.
You're gonna find it very easy. Let's do some work. Complete the dialogue. Drag and drop the answer into the correct blank. You will not use all the choices. Are you ready?
Yes. Remember the day Nick told you he saw Jackie Bishop on TV? I remember it. I remember it well. Look, did do will looks does have. Did I did remember it?
Are we talking about something in the past or in the present?
In the past. Remember the day Nick told you he saw Jackie Bishop on TV?
Ah, pero remember es para hablar de recordar algo en el pasado, pero la acción de recordar es en el presente. Yo usaría un do. I do remember, porque estás confirmando. I do remember it. I remember it well. Lo recuerdo muy bien.
Perfect. It really seems like just yesterday. It seemed like yesterday, but so much has happened since then. It really seems like just yesterday. Oh my God. It really seems like that. It seems like yesterday. It really seems like it does. Seems like yesterday. But so much has. It really seems like just yesterday. Seems. Have you heard that Jackie got at the part in a toothpaste commercial? Have you heard? It's in the past that Jackie.
¿Qué te está dando una clue?
I have heard that. She looks kind of silly in it. She does.
She does.
Looks
Okay.
silly, doesn't she?
Ya está conjugado con el does.
Look, yeah. You seem a little depressed, Talia. I am a little depressed. I miss Nick. I'm a little depressed. I miss Nick. Why don't you call him? I call him as soon as I have a chance. I don't. It looks no.
Why don't you call him?
Why don't you
I call him as soon as I have a chance.
I will.
Okay.
I will call him. I will call him soon.
Okay, don't forget to take a picture. Ready?
Perfect. Yes.
Let's try another exercise. Okay, complete each dialogue, type the correct form of be or an auxiliary verb for emphasis into the blank.
Yeah. I thought you say that Amy called you. She called me, but she obviously didn't tell me everything. I thought in pasado you said
Aha.
that Amy called you. She did call me. Well, it seems like everything has worked out. It seems that way. I told you to be optimistic. It seems like everything does seem that it does seem like the way. You know, we should celebrate tonight. I agree. We celebrate.
Keep your motto. Don't change your motto.
Should. Don't change your model. We shall celebrate any ideas. How about Valentino's? Perfect, but we need reservation. I call them. We do not do
Use the option. Whenever you don't have a verb, what do you use?
be, the verb be.
But in this case, it's telling you that you need something. So we use the form of do. So, but we,
Does,
no, because it's plural. We,
but we do need reservation. You call them. By
es
the
como
way,
decir, pero sí necesitamos reservaciones.
okay. By the way, have you seen Jackie's commercial? Have you seen Jackie's commercial? I listened a few times too many. Have you seen? I did see it, or I do, because tendría que estar eso en el presente. A few times too many. I did. You still seem very angry at here. She almost destroyed my career. Did too in number 6. But she helped prove your innocence. She.
Okay, be careful with this one. I did angry at her. Does it make sense? You still seem. Todavía parecieras muy enojado con ella. Es más, no de un do, sino como un verbo ser. I am.
Okay, but she helped prove your innocence. She helped. I suppose I should be grateful. She. But she held prop your innocence. Das, did, es en pasado. Well, my grandmother always say the truth will win out. She was right. The truth she was right. The truth would win
Pero en
out.
este caso es en el pasado. Sería un would or will.
No, will win out.
You ready?
Really not.
Un poco más complicado, ¿verdad? Recuerda, keep the motto la forma que es.
Oh, it's would.
Ujú. Recuerda que nos
Number,
pasó en el shoot del ejercicio anterior.
number 3. You know,
Es-
we should celebrate tonight.
oh,
We
yeah,
should.
this one. Ajá. Exactamente lo mismo. Ahora
Perfect.
aquí.
Number 5. By the way, have you seen
No,
Jack
es un
Jackson?
did, es un have. ¿Sí me explico? Porque ya te dieron aquí el auxiliary. Lo tienes aquí en la pregunta. Si no lo tuvieras, entonces usabas un did. ¿Ok?
It's okay.
So, don't forget to take a picture. And let's go over the last section. Okay, so review of phrasal verbs. Ya hemos hablado de phrasal verbs, tenemos separable, inseparable. Ok, pero vamos a repasarlos, ok?
Perfect.
Oops. Number 1.
Phrasal verbs are verbs that have two parts, a verb plus a particle. Turn out is a phrasal verb. Turn is the verb. Out is the particle. The particle looks just like a preposition, but it is actually one part of this two-part verb. The particle often changes the meaning of the verb. Let me know how things turn out. In the example, turn out means have a particular result. As you can see, the verb turn plus the particle out has a completely different meaning from the verb turn by itself.
Okay.
Okay.
2.
Some phrasal verbs are inseparable. This means that the two parts, verb and particle, always stay together. When an inseparable phrasal verb has an object, the object always comes after the two parts of the verb.
What do you think of the commercial?
What do I think of it?
I think it's ridiculous.
In the conversation, the noun, the commercial, and the pronoun it are objects of the verb think of. Both noun and pronoun objects always come after an inseparable phrasal verb.
Okay.
Perfect.
3.
Some phrasal verbs are used with certain prepositions when they have an object. We sometimes call these combinations three-part verbs. Three-part verbs are inseparable. Things have worked out for you, Nick. The phrasal verb work out means stop being a problem. We use it with the preposition for when there is an object. We don't use the preposition when there is no object.
Yes, they have worked out.
Okay. Now, remember the verb, particle, preposition, so you don't get confused. Things have worked out for you, Nick. Things have worked out for her. Things have worked out for him. Okay?
Okay.
Mhm. 4.
Many phrasal verbs are separable. This means that the noun object can come either after or between the two parts of the verb. I turned down the job. I turned the job down.
Okay.
Perfect.
Any questions?
No, no question.
Mhm. Okay. So 5.
When the object of a separable phrasal verb is a pronoun, a word like him, her, or it must go between the verb and the particle.
Why did you turn down the job?
I turned it down because I didn't want to move.
Okay.
The verb and the particle. Okay.
And 6.
Remember, we use phrasal verbs a lot, especially in conversation. Phrasal verbs are often more common than their definitions. For example,
I ran into my cousin yesterday.
is more common than
I met my cousin by accident yesterday.
Okay.
Perfect.
Let's do some work. So rearrange the words into each box to complete each sentence. Type them into the blank. Example, has anyone seen Talia? I just ran into her in the hall. She was with Nick. Okay, number 2.
Congratulations. That's a great news about you and Talia. Thanks. Think really. Work out for us. Hi. Is that a new Jackie Bishop commercial? I can hear it. What's he saying? He'll turn it up.
Okay.
I guess Jackie is in a lot of commercials now. No. Yes, she's doing great. Even so oh my God. Went this to went along with the scheme to frame Nick. So I hear that Talia said no to that new speed job offer. Yes, I'm really glad she turned down them. Inseparable. Is she going to celebrate? Well, I think Nick.
Can you hear me?
Well, I think Nick is talking for Dina
No.
and
Taking,
playing.
taking.
Oh, he's taking for Dina and playing the party.
La está invitando a salir a cenar o llevando a cenar.
Perfect.
Okay. Necesitamos practicar estos phrasovers. Okay. Let me show you the answers for the first section. Take a picture. Okay.
Okay.
And the second part. So you can practice.
Perfect.
All right, Sergio. Well, that's all for tonight. Don't forget to complete your assignments.
Okay.
Okay. Let me know you have any questions. And today was our last class, right? And there's another one. Give me just a second. Okay. And there's another one. I know. There's a lot. Okay, Sergio, thank you so much. That's all for tonight. And let me know when you finish your assignments you have this week.
Oh, all the assignments is for Wednesday.
No, I can leave it up for Friday.
Because the due date is November 30.
Yes, but
And November 30 is on Wednesday or not?
you have until Friday, but try to complete the majority. I can change the date, okay?
Oh, perfect. Thanks.
All right.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot.
All right, Sergio, have a great night and keep in touch.
Perfect, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.